In this video, we'll talk about graphing linear equations using intercepts, and just keep in mind this only works for linear equations, and even then only some linear equations. If we're talking about any nonlinear equations, this method becomes much more difficult. So let's talk about intercepts, what they mean. So when we talk about an intercept, it's where an equation or a graph, so we'll go with a graph, crosses a given axis. And keep in mind there's the x-axis and the y-axis. So if we're talking about an x-intercept, that's where it crosses the x-axis. Which means that if I'm thinking about a little graph down here, it's where it crosses this line right here. Which means, in a kind of a weird thing, if I'm looking at this line, my y-coordinate is always 0. The height is 0. So the idea is to find an x-intercept, I can just let y be 0. So it's kind of weird to think about it that way. X-intercept means that y is 0. And then, in a very similar line of logic, if I'm looking at a y-intercept, it's where it crosses the y-axis. And if I'm looking at this line, this vertical line, this is going to be where x is equal to 0. So it's a little bit counterintuitive at first, but when you think about it, it does make sense. So when I'm trying to find a y-intercept, I set my x equal to 0. When I'm trying to find an x-intercept, I set my y equal to 0. And essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to plot both of those points and then just connect the dots. So let's take a look here. Let's say we've got this equation 3y minus 2x equals 6. Now, if we think about what we had to do before with a t-chart, we either had to use algebra for every point we plugged in, regardless of which value we picked between y and x, or we would have to do some algebraic manipulation to the equation first, which that method's still valid. There's nothing wrong with it. However, this might be a more efficient method in that if I make kind of like a mini t-chart, I'm essentially going to plug in 0 for x and then also a 0 for y and see what the other value would have to be to make that true. So let's plug in 0 for x first. So if we're solving the equation 3y minus 2 times 0 equals 6, well then we get 3y equals 6, which means that y has to be 2. Which means that my y-intercept is 2. That's what this is. Okay, now, if we do the same thing with this point, we get to plug in a 0 for y first. So 3 times 0 minus 2x equals 6, which means that negative 2x equals 6. So x has to be negative 3, which means that this is my x-intercept. Now, a note on x-intercept, sometimes it's also called a root or a 0. And why they have 3 names for the same thing, I'm not sure, but textbooks use all 3 of these terms interchangeably. So keep that in mind. All right, now if we wanted to graph, we'd come over to our graph and we'd set up a few points. And we know it goes to the point 0, 2, so up to 2, and then negative 3, 0. Now, since we have some knowledge here, we know that this is a line because both of these degrees, these powers, are technically 1. So that's a giveaway that it's linear. If we're plotting this, we know it's a line. If we wanted to plot a line, we only need the 2 points. So unlike yesterday where we plotted a bunch of points, and that's to give you some flexibility on that method, because if we're talking about nonlinear functions, we use t-charts actually quite a bit. Now, since we're talking about strictly linear functions, we need 2 points. These 2 points are pretty cool, that they can tell us a lot about this function. But for now, we're just using them to graph. And those 2 points will be enough for us to graph this equation. Now let's look at a slightly different example. Let's say we've got something more in a different format. We have it in y equals 3x plus 2. Again, both of these are exponent of 1, technically, which means that we're guaranteed this is a linear equation. So we're looking at this, we're going to make our little chart, and we're going to do 0 for x and then 0 for y. Okay, so if I plug in 0 for x, well, that means 3 times 0 plus 2, that means y is 2. That one's pretty straightforward. Okay, now we're going to plug in, we're going to do 0 equals 3x plus 2 for our x-intercept, which means we will subtract 2, and x is going to equal negative 2/3, which that's okay, it's a fraction, it's fine. So, we'll go to our graph, and we'll give ourselves some points. Okay, and we're going to plot the first point, 0, 2. That one's pretty straightforward. We can do that. And then the other one, negative 2/3 and 0. So this one we're going to have to eyeball a little bit. So probably about there. And then we can graph. And that is all we need to do. So there are a couple examples of how to graph using the intercepts. It's similar to t-charts, but we're picking 2 select points. And these intercepts are powerful things to know about these functions, especially if we're talking about context. If we're talking about an equation where we're trying to figure something out about a situation, those 0 points actually do have a lot of meaning, and they're very useful.